Hey friends, it's Theresa here and welcome back to my channel. In today's layout, I have a Thanksgiving based fall kind of layout. I'm working with the Sahlin Studio October monthly template and also working with the Gather digital kit, and this will be a hybrid layout. And so what I thought that I would work with today is a photo about our little nook here in our living room that we carved out last year while we were doing some redecorating in our home and just sort of changing the aesthetic. And so that's what I wanted to document in this layout today. And so first, I think you'll notice that I rotated the template a little bit so that the photo was vertical and on the left-hand side of the page. And then I also printed out a tag and a little bit of pattern paper here. And those are also vertically oriented to suit the photo that I was using here. And that's just a reminder to you that anytime you're using a digital template like this or a sketch to help inspire your layouts, that you can rotate them and change them around, use blocks and elements that work for you and leave out the ones that don't work for you. The other thing I did was I pulled in a pattern paper from the collection to use as the background instead of having a white background for this page. And I just felt like it suited more of what I was trying to communicate and just kind of the mood that I was in for this page. And I also chose the Gather kit because I felt like it had this very fall warm feel that we were going for in our living room at that time. And the word art in this kit, the Gather Together words, are what I was trying to achieve in our living room. And so, a funny backstory, if you're new here, you may not know this. If you followed me for a long time and you heard this story from last year, just bear with me. But last year, in the middle of the pandemic, we decided to do kind of a big remodel in our home, or not really remodel, but just redecorate. And I felt like I was in the mood for a different aesthetic. There was just kind of this explosion of the new kind of neutral bohemian look, I guess. And so we got rid of some things, brought in some new furniture pieces, and created kind of a new look in the home. And one of my goals for our living room specifically and for the back porch was to create areas where our teenagers and where myself and my husband would be excited to hang out and would have comfy spaces where we could laugh together, support each other, and hang out together and just have a good time. And so that is one of the areas. But what happened was, of course, last year, the furniture industry had a serious setback with supply chain issues. And we ordered a sofa and that orange chair or orange brownish chair in February or March of last year, and the sofa did not arrive until November. And the chair arrived sometime in September here, and then we added that round rattan chair from Target as well. And it just made this really comfortable, cozy, trendy little spot here that I was hoping would create that kind of comfortable space where everybody could just relax and be themselves and gather together. And so that's why I chose that word art and why I chose this kit, because I wanted to document how we accomplished that feel and that look. And so a couple of things that I'm adding here to the layout. There were, of course, some beautiful floral elements and word strips and the giant ampersand from the kit that I printed and cut out using my silhouette. And then I added, there was a little gesso mixed media element in the digital kit. I added that and the black down arrows to the pattern paper for the background before I printed the background paper. And then I also added some Felicity Jane stamps, just some gentle leaves there to add a little more black to the background. And I also added a little date stamp from Studio Calico. And there were a couple of other little elements that I felt like it needed. And so I had these acrylic leaves from Color Cast Designs. And I think that they will go perfectly with this collection. They're a bit more orange and a bit more rich in color, but I like that little pop of color, and I think that that is, at this point, that's exactly what this layout needs. And you can see how it's coming together, how these colors are this sort of neutral feel here, but still very warm. And it's been kind of cool to transition into fall layouts recently and to play with these warmer color palettes. I love fall, and I love the cooling of the temps that we have here in North Carolina. It's just more relaxed and more gentle, I feel like, than summer is. And so you can kind of just see how I'm adding a couple of these little leaves here and there just to accent the layout and make it feel a little more complete. And of course, it gives me that hybrid opportunity to just add a few textural embellishments and play with both digital and physical scrapbook products all together. I do have a bunch of tutorials about how I use digital templates for hybrid scrapbook layouts. I encourage you to check out the playlist. There's a hybrid tutorial playlist, Photoshop tutorials on my YouTube channel that you can find that will share the background process of how I create how I print the products that I'm using here. And those will be informative for you. And of course, you can always find more on my blog as well. And I hope that you will pop over and grab this collection, grab this template, and create along with us this month. We would love to see what you create. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.